right, so today's video, we are back with another Quickplay Warrior series where I watch you, give you some feedback, and I try to guess your rank and where you'll end up placing. This one, they say, hi, I started playing Overwatch in 2017, but have been a consistent player since the release of Overwatch 2. It was the first shooter game that I felt I was good at, and that I didn't have to rely on my siblings to carry me. However, I'm not great and really only play for fun, and so I tend to stay away from comp as I don't want to ruin the games of people who are actually trying versus me who is just playing for fun. I play flex queue with tank and support the most, but occasionally dabble in DPS when the role queue gods throw me a bone. For the first match here, it's a quick play one. They say, just a nice match on Nepal. The first round was a little bit iffy, but my Danny DeVito playstyle didn't really help with that. The enemy team had a lot of good sleep darts in my opinion. I may be a casual player, but feedback is appreciated. You'll hear D.Va apologize a lot because the Canadian in me can't not have a go-to, I'm sorry button. It's because Danny DeVito starts blasting chat. That's the whole point. It's actually a good thing. I like the sound of this D.Va skin. Okay. I'm already going to tell you this right away. Your defense matrix usage is not ideal. You're DMing like nothing. The number one advice I give for defense matrix is DM the burst, like a bunch of damage at once, rather than the poke. Poke damage would be a couple of soldier shots, right? If you're not like in the middle of like an important team fight, it's okay to take some damage because your supports need to build ults. Yes, the soldier's going to get ult charge, but I play the odds of that, right? I can take care of a soldier ultimate as D.Va. So that's kind of how I play it, but anyway. But yeah, basically you're kind of an ineffective range. Mistake number two, you have to drop down. Like, do not fly into their team, just drop down because you don't want to use your flight because you want to use an escape out. So when you drop down there, you're lucky the Roadhog missed the hook. If the Roadhog hits that hook, you're falling over. Remember, I have your escape plan. Yep. Demect, cover. When you have no HP, just go to the side. Literally just go here, hide. You don't need to be out there at all times. But yeah, so far, few mistakes thus far. Okay, you really are Danny DeVito. Holy crap. Okay, don't fly from a mile away to fly into them, okay? I really think that you need to set up better. Like, this is the second time I've watched you kind of go across the map for, like, damage. I'm either sitting on point, which, I mean, you know me and my objective, but probably not. I'm going to fly up here. You go up here. You make a lot of noise, but this is fine. You drop down this way for kills, or you go behind here. You fly around. I wouldn't even fly around here, but, you know, it depends on your movement. Technically, you can just drop down here and then move in, but, like, you're going to fall off the map sometimes if you try that. Go a different pathway. There's a whole way to get back here that is different than just flying right into them. You're just not going to have your escape out, or when you escape out, you have to go back a further distance. It's just a weird spot. Anyway. Yeah, ultimate's fine. Perfect. Again, though, I think you're ignoring everybody while you do it too. You need to find that in between. All right, bad position in there to get hooked. Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm gonna give you some advice here on D.Va, and I'm gonna rather than pause it, I'll let it play through here. You're not playing Reinhardt, so stop playing like you're playing Reinhardt. Like, don't stand in the middle of the open like that. Play corners. Like, don't give Roadhog an easy pull feed. We don't know what the rank is. I have to guess that later. Like make them have to earn the DMEC on you, because otherwise you're gonna fall over like you are. You want to play more hide and seek style. You want them not to see you right away. You want to surprise them, right? That is how, and it's probably why D.Va struggles in a lot of ranks, is because players play D.Va more like up in front of the team. Like you're playing, you know, a Zarya. Like any type of like ground hero. You're not, that's not you in D.Va. Right now your playstyle is you get your mech back, you fly into them, and then that's it. Right? There's no depth to what, like, I want to get you to go up on the high ground, drop down from the high ground, make a play, move around the map, maneuver. Things like that can go a really long way. So, like, let me see. Right now it's fine. You know the hog is not there. I'm even okay with you going in here with your teammate. Now, you want to get out. Fly away. Okay. Now let's talk about this. Couple of plays you can do. One, surprise play here. If the hog hooks you, you'll be fine. It's a really rough spot. Another spot you can do, believe it or not, is here. This one can be good because I would look at their comp. I go, okay, they're running Mercy, Ana, Soldier. Any of those heroes I can one-shot, basically. So you just wait for them to go through. You see them cross over, get a free kill. Either fly away if you get the kill and you're running with it, keep going in. You notice how both of my suggestions is not standing in the middle of the open in front of them? That's what I want to get you in the habit of. Because that's how you get hooked by this hog. Now your teammates feel obligated to save you. And then next thing you know, you lose the whole team fight. You're DMing nothing there. Again, I want to point out with Defense Matrix, you really want to prioritize when the damage is incoming because defense matrix management is such a key part of this. Like right now, I would actually be, this is a weird one to call. I would try to be helping your Ashe a little bit more. Like, yep. Like those are plays you get away with, but you don't want to do. You see that? How you were indecisive? Like you just went around in circles. Like it's, I know what happened there, don't worry. You went to go fly into them with your ultimate and the cooldown wasn't up or you hit the button first. I do that all the time. Not all the time, but I do it enough to mention it. There you go. Now just kill the Ana. Nice shot. That was a good sequence. Target focus. Roadhog or Mercy? Chat, what's the answer? Mercy. Mm-hmm. Yep, the Mercy was right near you. Just help with that. Remember what I said about poke and burst? Look at your defense matrix before you even had to use it. You want to have full DM going on this retake. Now you're going in. Look at your DM. Good thing you got the kill. And you fly into him. See, I would have went the other way on the fly-in because of where they were, but it all worked out. You're getting kills. Your teammates are doing good. Okay. Something I want to teach people. When you're at 90% in your ult charge, you don't have to just fly into the point. You can just go whoop, whoop, whoop. See what I mean? You can just tap the point. Every single time you tap the point is going to give you a little bit of extra time, right? Tap the point, back away, build your ults up, and then when you go to the point, now you can clear the point with your ultimate. Now you give yourself more opportunity. Instead, you fly in and you feed with that Danny DeVito playstyle that you mentioned, and now you more than likely lose this team fight. You have an all-in playstyle, and I think D.Va's a backline assassin who all-ins at times, but you usually get out. You are front and center when you fly in. I need you to be more flank heavy. I want you to think like Tracer or Wrecking Ball if you know those playstyles. Of course, you may not know those playstyles, so that may not resonate as much, but we'll see. All right, chat, where do I go from here? Right here. This is where you go. You don't want to go down low over here because you don't have information yet, but you go here because then you can kill somebody from the high ground on your terms. So like you can find maybe the Mercy out of position, maybe a Sim out of position, maybe this soldier doesn't like overreact or doesn't react to you, and you can get free kills. So you would fly up here, and then you drop down, and then you can choose when you go for that, right?
Time to tango.
You've used half your defense matrix for a Mercy pinged behind a wall. I'm just watching this team fight. Okay, good shots there, the Sim. Okay. You know you can rocket and DM at the same time, right? Just a reminder that you can use your rockets and then defense matrix. I find that the funny part is so far I've noticed you kind of don't use your DM as much in a team fight, but you use it a ton pre-fight. You almost want to flip that on how you do it. Like you're using DM there, but I don't even know, like there's nothing to use the DM on just yet, right? Like now you would use it on the Hog. Very backup play style. Indecisiveness. Again, if you don't know what to do, the one thing you don't want to do is just stand in the middle of the open like this. Go back to the high ground. Heck, I mean, sometimes I'll go up here, fly up here, you know, fly up here. Like, do something different than just stand in the middle of the open. I want you to see what this looks like from their point of view. Okay? Look where you are. Fox, thanks for the 20 months of the concert region. Thank you. Like, you notice how you were here, then they pop this, and then you go in here, and you're all the way back here. Like, go here. Look at this. Perfect. One thing to watch out for, just a little bit of a tip if you don't know. You can jump on top of this to get up on high ground. Some ranks will do this, some won't. But you know they're all main. Outside of like one of them over here, you can go here for a second. Heck, if you want to play it safer, you can go here. What this does is denial of space. You're not going to be able to get past this easily. You're going to have to go through me, right? But when you fly back here, now you're basically just playing backline like you're playing Zenyatta. I'm not even like overcomplicating the spots too. Good DM on the Hog. There is a timing on a Hog if you want where you can like drop your DM once and then you can be close to eating the whole one, but that was still a good use of DM. Okay. Again, a lot of DM usage that isn't necessary. And I hope that you see that, like, you're just kind of DMing to DM. That's what I'm seeing. And then you fly in, that Danny DeVito playstyle we've talked about. Very obvious help, but we'll see. I mean, hey, you got 3. You got 3. I don't know how to react to that, because that should have been 0 limbs, by the way. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 0 limbs. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you just make a play like that. You know? Is what it is. Go that. Take map control, don't give it up. You play so far back. You don't want to do this. If I'm coming on as D.Va here, which by the way, if you want to honestly know what I would choose in this map, probably Sigma, Domina, Ramatra, you know, Orisa, heroes like that, right? You can go this way, but you need to watch for this door. All this over here doesn't matter, right? If you look at the angle, like this is what the angle looks like. There was an Ana at the doorway, just an Ana, and you just decided to go like this. Ready? You got here. You didn't even look at the Ana. You started looking at a Mercy, I think it was. And then you just stood here. And then you went all the way back, and you flew into here. This opens up the space for this team. I take away this area, then I have an isolated Ana 1v1. If the Ana doesn't react to me, I get a free kill on Ana. If the Ana does, the Ana ends up here, and guess what? Now I have them surrounded. You can go around on the flank. You have free opportunity kills. If they look at you, you have 2 health packs, 1 here, 1 here. And if you really need to get to safety because of how they're playing against you, you can back away, down, play this, sit over here at the angle again, help your teammates with some DM, decide to go back up if they don't go for you, or decide to fly out, back to safety, health pack here. See that? Easy. Okay? Good eat on the Ana. Okay. Sleep happens. Good kill. Nice. If you really want to start improving, there's no downtime after you capture the point. What I would be doing now is setting up for the next situation. Like, this is your setup time. There you go. Okay, nice. Good job. Okay, there it is. If you're going to stand in the middle of the open, which once again, I don't suggest it, but if you're going to do this, you ult in there. Like, there's no point to do this type of ult. Of course, you get a kill with it, but I would not recommend that ult. I'd recommend going towards that. Mercy is going to res that. Target focus. You're... Good shot. I'll be real with you. You're getting away with a lot of stuff that you will not get away with if you were to continue trying to climb up. Like, you really need to... I don't meme about the backline assassin. It really is how D.Va's playstyle is nowadays. I want you to use your flight control to get out of team fights sooner. Looks like your teammates are going to win this anyway. Yep, there you go.
How skilled are you?
I mean, you win. All right. This is the part where I have to guess the rank going into your rank game, which is up next. Based off of how you're playing, Silver 4. I do believe that the way that you're playing D.Va is very static, and with the way that you play it, where it's very like one-dimensional in your play style, you're going to get demeched a lot in some games. And I think that there's just too much inconsistency that I'm seeing thus far. But I'm going to go with Silver 4. They said, I had a lot of rough placement matches this go around. Thankfully, I got a solid team and a solid scenario for my last game, and felt I had the environment to do well. The first round went well. The second round went less well. But the second round had gone well enough that I was surprised that at the start of the third round, the Mizuki on the team had said something in chat along the lines of, D.Va, please stop leaving because you're getting us killed. I think he was talking about me leaving team fights while on low health to go find health packs. But I am unsure if that's the issue or his issue or a shared issue on both of our parts. I wouldn't be surprised to hear things like aim and positioning need work, but alas, any feedback is appreciated. So we'll see who's right on that one. Now remember, you're not playing Sigma here, so your playstyle is not standing at the choke. You're backing up again. Yep. Go up right, go here, pull the pressure this way, go behind them, get kills. Don't want to do that. Fly up top left, make them look at you. Same thing. Don't just stand at the middle of the choke like this. You need to lead the charge, okay? That doesn't mean fly into the Sigma, but that means hold pressure away from the choke. Look like you're playing Sniper D.Va. It's very ineffective damage. You're behind all your teammates. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, ready? Fly over there. Perfect. Fly over here to the torp. Thank you. There you go. Now wait. Now wait a second. Wait in your cooldowns. Just a second. Okay. Don't know what to do here. Fly top right. or go for the Sigma right now while you have time. I go for Sigma for a second, but not... Oh, okay. Actually, this isn't bad either. Okay, you know what? I don't mind that either. That was a good play. I would have taken a different, like... I would have taken a different approach to get to the Zen, but I think that was a good idea. Good job. You're going to get D-Max, nothing you can do about that. That was just a good team fight by their team on the retake. That's going to be good. The Sigma got caught in an eat. Yeah, Chad, if the Sigma gets caught in an eat, it's such a bad feeling. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I still would love if they let Sigma, like, cancel eat, but the trade-off is you get no over health. I suggested it to Blizzard, and it was along the lines of, like, they like the way that the counterplay is now. As in, like, they don't want Sigma to be able to, like, cancel an ability. That's what they said to me. They want you to have to use a rock to be able to do it. DM usage still needs work, and stop playing in the middle of the open. It's going to be your #1 weakness until you fix that. And anything I will give you on, like, feedback of, like, you know, how to use DM, rockets, etc. If you keep standing in the middle of the open like that, you're going to fall over a lot, and that's going to be your #1 weakness. And if you fix that, everything will also get better. In my opinion. Yes, if you want to get rid of, like, the grasp, you can use your rock to stop the animation. That's how you do it, yes. Obviously, you trade off having the overshield, but you can get out of that with a rock. Yeah, I mean, again, see what I mean? Very front and center, very up in the middle of the open, using defense matrix randomly. A lot to work on, but you know what? That's not a bad thing. It means you can just fix it and work on it. And then even if you improve in one area, it'll be fine. There'll be a Hog rework? Yeah, sometime. We don't know when. I think it was Hog. I think Hog was in the list. It was like Life Weaver, Hog, and then I think Sombra, I think, was the heroes, maybe. That's an ultimate, yep. Do you see what I mean, by the way, Chad? How I said that, like, the D.Va's getting away with a lot of things that you wouldn't get away with a lot of the time. It just seems to be that, like, and I think that's what happened. You had said that you had rough placements, and then this match ended up kind of evening out. This probably means you're playing more at where your rank's at after, like, your last placement than anything else. Because, like, again, what I would do is I'd go up here. You notice how, like, all of what I'm saying right now is playing D.Va is a lot of flying up to be able to get the ability to decide to either shoot down on them, go for a flank, or still get the same kill. A lot of it is just avoiding the damage in the middle so that way you have more defense matrix management and you can make more consistent plays. Like, I'm not telling you to go and have your whole team take high ground. I just want to see you set up better so that way you can make the proper play. Your gameplay is stand in the middle of the open, defense matrix randomly. You just use the... I don't even have my glasses on, and I can see that you used 95% of your defense matrix right there. Nobody was there. All right? You can devault this if you would like. Yep. I need to get a kill. The way their positioning was, which was rough, good target focus, nice job. So now, chat, to prevent damage from this angle, I would actually just back up slightly. I'm still able to kill the brig, and then they can't kill me. You still get the same kill. You're still in line of sight of your teammates. These people over here can't demech you, which takes off the pressure. Your teammates, your Mizuki's in a spot where you can use the cart. You're in a good spot here. But I'm just showing you that there's ways to get better positioning, even in a one-team party. So it's fine either way. It was just kind of a note of what you can do there. Nice kills, good job. So a good start, but we'll see how this game finishes. When you get into the actual spot that you need to get to, you do very well. You don't have it happen consistently because of how you play. Okay, this is fine for now because you're pulling pressure. Right now, I like this. You're pulling pressure away from the team, chat. The reason why this is good, they are looking at the D.Va. This team is looking at the Ramatra. No one's really going to be able to help. You kind of have isolated 3 of them. You're in a good spot here. This is a good play. This is using your positioning to your strength. Still watching. Okay. I really need to stop seeing you back up all the time. Move over to the right. That's it. That's all you got to do. You're in the same spot. You survive. You don't take no damage. This damage at this range and backing up is so ineffective that all you're doing is basically like making it harder on your supports. You don't need to fly to the health pack that now you have no flight for 2 seconds and now that, yep, see? You see your playstyle? You're rotating like, it's like you're trying, I don't know if this is a good example. It almost feels like you're trying to like park like an 18-wheeler truck. You have to, like, you know, take your time, do a 3-point turn. Enough of the holding backwards. Like right now, Like this one, I'm not gonna judge too much because you have to be on the point. So that play right there, I probably would have had to do that, right? Not ideal. But you want to give your team a chance, right? Same thing, middle of the open. There you go, finally. Yes, yes, yes. This is perfect. Okay, now you want to get back to your team now, but that is what I'm talking. Do you see how much easier it is to fly away to a high ground to safety than to just stand there and back up the whole time? You see that difference? Gia, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you. That was perfect. And an aggressive D.Va ult. That right there was a much better sequence than anything I've seen thus far. You disengaged to safety, didn't get demec'd. You flew in with your ultimate and you got a kill. More of that, less of this. Okay? Now play corner. You're good. You don't have to do anything. No. Here is where you play. If you go here, they can angle you and see you for damage. If you go here, you can defense matrix. I'm not even joking. Defense matrix half your DM. This will help your Zenyatta to escape and recognize what you're doing. Your Zenyatta can now angle. See? Your Mizuki will be safe with you. And now you have map control and you have space. Because this is how you take extra damage, right? Now you're in a bad spot. Now you've lost that ability to do what I talked about, right? And now look what happens. Your teams are forced to go in with ults. Right now, obviously their Bob forced it more than your play. I don't mind this, but you're going to see what's going to happen. Yep. In a situation where they pop too many ultimates, the best thing you do is you go in and get kills. The further the cart gets, the longer they have to go from spawn. So if you pick up on a kill on, let's say, the Torb, the Ashe, heroes with, even the Zenyatta, now they have to walk all the way back. So when your team comes back from this team fight, they don't have a Zenyatta set up over here, right? That's where you want a backline trade in those type of situations. You already lost the team fight. So, and you see this in OWCS all the time. When a team has decided it's a lost team fight, they will play like that. They will go for kills. They will recognize that 1 or 2 kills will help them, and then you're good to go. Yep. You see why it's better to fly in for trades? At the very worst, you're dying on the cart. That's a win for me. Some things to work on at the end of the video, but one of them is definitely flight control, and I'll talk about not even flight control, using your flight. Why is your Sierra the one going up here? If you see your Sierra going, I'm going in too, because we're not going to win the next team fight anyway. But I still want to see you be more front and center. It feels like you're playing more of the sniper D.Va, like someone just mentioned in the chat, more of the farther back one. Your Sierra was able to tap that. You would have been able to tap it too. Imagine an extra 10 to 15 meters to work with. That's why if you die in the cart, you trade on the cart, you're going to have more meters to work with, which makes this retake easier. It all has that domino effect. These are the make or break moments in winning these games and losing these games. And these are where you can find that extra percent. How do you get that extra 2% win rate? That's all you need to climb, right? Too much damage. Just heal up. It's okay to just get healed. It's okay to get healed. It's okay to get... Go to the cart. Just go to the cart. Yep, you just go here. This is where you're at. There you go. Good job dying on the cart. Wait. DM. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this. Ready? You go at this doorway, full HP. You're DMing this angle. You're DMing this angle. Now that you've gone out here, you're DMing this way. You're at the cart. You play defensively. Your teammates have time to readjust. Then the rest is going to be on how you and your team play. Sitting here taking a bunch of burst damage over and over again like this, not ideal. The good news is you have some good mechanical plays with your aim, but like what you're doing there is you're not thinking about your teammates there. You're thinking about how do you protect your mech, and that is causing a problem. I'm expecting to see 5 kills with the D.Va ultimate because of everything I've seen so far is it will. It killed someone still. By the way, there's been a Zenyatta behind you this whole time, in case you were wondering. I wasn't going to say anything, but just so you know, there's a Zenyatta directly behind you this whole time. The Zenyatta is still there. The Zenyatta is still there. Chat. The Zenyatta... Look at... Dude, literally, King's Row is going to start charging the Zenyatta rent with how long this Zenyatta's been here. This is Zenyatta's new home. It has not left this spot, and it has been blasting the whole time. I was letting it go at the beginning a little bit. I'm like, okay. There you go. Wait a second. You found him. And the Zenyatta's back home. Now, keep in mind, you're one of the few heroes there that can basically just burst down a Zenyatta. So, anyway. You heard a Torb shooting and you just hit DM. You didn't even see the Torb. I don't think the Torb has turned into Angelina Jolie over here and is starting to curve bullets. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, you want to try to DM when, like, you see them more front and center, okay? What a reference. Thank you. I'm so proud of myself for that one. That was clean, too, the reference. That was a clean one, right? I didn't even have to think about that one. I'm so proud. Oh, I'm such a big boy. I did a good reference. Anyway, but yeah, DM usage, I don't want to see you using your DM like this, okay? I'm so hip and current. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Okay? Yeah, it's a lot of like, again, the good news here, and I always say this whenever I get, and again, I wouldn't say that was good news on that one. Don't be, like, when I'm being, like, very animated about what to improve on here, you're going to get so much better if you follow some of this advice on this one. Because there's so many things that you're doing, like, mechanically, like, aim-wise, that I've been seeing that's been good. So if we clean up the rest of your gameplay, you're going to have a good time, right? Like, you don't even need to get better at all this at once, but I'm telling you, you will see improvements, right? You are good in the brawl, and guess what? Here's the secret to this. That's D.Va's strength, is the brawl, is those type of moments, right? But I want to set you up to get to those moments consistently, because you're going to have that can happen consistently, and then you're going to go from having constantly demeched, you know, standing still like this, to winning games, okay? So I'm just trying to get you in the habit of that, all right? Like, you just sat on the point the whole time. And I think you're doing this because it's overtime, right? Or maybe because your teammate told you to stick with the team. I will tell you this much, that would be an inaccurate assessment from your teammate. If they were the ones that tell you just to stand here on the point. Now, I forgot what you said about that one, but I think you said that, like, they mentioned not to go for this. But, like, you do not want to be a statue, all right? The statue is already here. We don't need a second statue on King's Row, okay? Stop leaving for health packs, you assume anyway? Yeah, that could be. I honestly, I don't even know what they're saying about leaving. A lot of time you don't leave your team, which is actually the opposite of what you should be doing, so. It's gonna sound weird, but you want to be with your team, but not with your team. You always want to be able to be within a distance to be able to go and help your team, but you also don't want to be with your team. Because if you're with your team, then you're just not playing D.Va the way you're supposed to. Anything else besides that, you're just gonna fall over. So that's why your teammate telling you to play that way, I would say is in an inaccurate way. It sounds like they just want you to kind of just stand still in the middle of the open, which got you dematched. Remember, the sub-roll passive heals you a lot. Not heals you a lot, but it helps start your heal. For anybody wondering what the sub-roll passive is, and again, I'm gonna reference the video we have coming out, I think tomorrow, where I talk about this. It's like the bronze basics one we're doing. I actually did an off-stream recording about some things. You want the sub-roll passive gets activated by either dropping down from a high ground or flying in the air, and it heals you for, I think, like 60-something or maybe higher than that. But it's a good way to kind of sustain your HP and also stay active in these team fights. Okay, here we go. Yep, now fly in. This is the right play, by the way. You're doing the right thing here. Notice how you ignored everything happening and you went into their backline? You see why I'm so adamant about this? Perfect play, you win the game for your team. I'm sorry, did D.Va just have a voice line that said, I'm so goated? Did I hear that correctly? Dude, I can't play D.Va as much anymore because she's banned all the time. Anyway, you have some things that you can work on here, and there's a lot to work on. One, I want you to practice your flight. I want you to use your flight to get to spots. I want you to stop standing in the middle. You fix that right away, you're already going to win more games. Number two, defense matrix. For burst, not for random DMing in the middle of the open. Stop doing that. There's so many times you use DM and you don't need it when you need it. Scan the field, then decide on your DM. More setup for backline assassin plays. I think if I overcomplicate this, you're going to try to do too many things at once. So setup time, fly around the map more, backline assassin play, learn to be able to get to your teammates to help when need be, but also learn to go to the backline. But work on that and you're going to see an improvement. This last part right here, where we're paused at, was exactly playing the way you want to play D.Va. And look at that. You win the team fight for your team. Your teammates pop off in a situation where they had a good chance too. Good job on that part. Now the next part, guessing your rank. I'm still sticking with, I'm gonna go with silver 4. There's a chance it's in gold because like there is a differential sometimes in there, but I think silver 4 is I'm sticking with. I feel like the standstill playstyle on D.Va just isn't ideal. You're just standing around and like there's not much happening and you're relying so much on your teammates, but maybe that's also where it could be. And the rank is, chat was right, gold 4. There you go. Gold 4. If you said bump up a rank for console, yeah, sometimes that actually is a true thing. It's not even like a knock at that. It's just that is a true statement. So like, yeah, you know what? You're probably right in that sense. At the same time, what I will say is like, if you kept playing ranked and you played like this, I could see that rank shifting. But yeah, work on the stuff I said and I think you'll see improvement. But you got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. You want to submit your own spectating, anything like this, my Discord's where to do that. And hey, if you like these quick play warrior videos, you want to see if I guess right, on the bottom here, one's going to pop up. Click that. It's going to be a good one. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day /night.